Hey guys, welcome to the Solution Architect channel. In this video we'll discuss hyperlinks. Now this is quite important to redirect either to an external web page, or you can redirect to your internal other pages that you create. So you can have multiple pages that you reference within a hyperlink. Now let's go into the theory. What is an hyperlink or a link in HTML? It's, like I said, to redirect to other documents. You use the hyperlink uses a tag called A, and you can also use buttons as well, but the link itself, the reference to the other document, is called href attribute. The local link, for example, that I used also, that you can link to a style sheet file, or you can link to other HTML files. And you can also link external files. Okay, so an example here is for the URL link. It's href. A is the tag that we use, the tag element, and then you can put in any URL in there. And target is blank. So your target is either you can have it that it replaces your current browser that it's currently, or you can have it so it opens up a new web windows for you. And this is just if you want to link to one of your own. So this blank will actually just open up a new blank web page, and or from your browser, and this one will link to a local file that's on your drive. So let's jump into the code. Go to Visual Studio Code. In Visual Studio Code, and we'll add a quick link to, because our web page is now animal centric here, we'll add a link here to external. So href, oops, my spelling, typing is bad today. And I'm going to copy and paste our local island SPCA and target equals to underscore blank. So you want to open a new blank page, and we called it visit ISPCA. Okay, right click on your HTML, reveal in File Explorer, and double click. And you'll see now when you move, you've got your link up and running. Automatically it changes into a hand. When you click on Visit ISPCA, that will open up in a new page, new browser page, into that link that you've just done. Let's go back to our code. Okay. Now I'm going to just copy and paste. I created a separate HTML page. I'm going to copy and paste that in here. You can copy and paste from your folder into your Explorer here in Visual Studio Code, which is quite handy. It helps out quite handy. Copy and paste. I created another page called Cute Puppies, and I'll have the link in the description of where you can find this code. Unfortunately, I'm not going to upload the JPEG files, or I can. It's just my cute puppies. It's just very simple. It's just going to display the images of the puppies a little bit larger. But what I want to do now, go back to index.html, and let's add a link in there. Will I add this link? And think, let's put it in my left container inside here. We said href equals, oops, in quotes, and you put in the HTML name, make sure you spell it correctly, and this is the one. If you had it in a different folder, you would have put that folder in here, say for example images /, but we don't have it there. It is in the same folder as where our index file is. And what we want to do here is just close this, because we want this to open. If we say target blank, it will open up a new browser. As I said, we just want to say see the cute puppies. Now, before I open up the index file, now this link will be in my index file inside my cute puppies. I already created a, okay, so this is wrong. It should be index. In the header, this will then return to my index file. So go to index, right click, reveal in File Explorer, just right click on index. And you'll see there's a link inside here. Click on that. That will open up my cute puppies. They are cute, aren't they? And then you go back to home page, you click home page, that will take you back to this. Just one more thing that I want to show you. Just want to close this. Is how to put a link on a button. So we haven't done buttons and things like that, but I'm slowly going to introduce you to new items as we go along. So you should be practicing a lot. You should be going in here, play around with this stuff, because we're going to get into more advanced development, especially when we go to JavaScript. I want you to be familiar with this before we go into JavaScript, because JavaScript can confuse you completely. But even in using JavaScript is not going to really give you the edge where you have dynamic content. So what I'm showing you here is static. Now, static content, what that means is that it's not going to change only if you change the HTML pages. JavaScript can manipulate the elements and the tags and everything inside your HTML page. What we want to end up is having a database. So we'll get to that eventually, but I want you to be familiar with all of these and style sheets and all of that before we really go into the advanced stuff. Okay, enough talk. So I'm just going to put in here to show you how a button should look like. You start a button and on click. So on click means it's an event. So on the click of this button, and there's different types of events that you get for specific elements on HTML, and you can go read up on that. But we'll get into that a little bit more in detail later. So on click, go to the cute HTML page. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Right click on HTML, reveal, double click on your HTML, and you'll see a button just looks a little bit better. Remember, you can style sheet this button. You can color it up, make it a bit bigger, the font and all of that the way you want. I just wanted to show you the functionality of a button. It's the same as your link here. It just looks better when you click it. It does the same thing. And click back home, you're back home. So thank you very much for watching. The next one we'll start working on. So this is part of the 3 videos. I'll try and release 3 videos at a time. So I want to get to where we start using JavaScript. So JavaScript, where it manipulates some of the elements and maybe a list or a drop down or things like that. So we'll get to that in the next 3 videos. I'll work on that in the next few days. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done that. And please look after your animals and please keep safe in this time. See you next time.